Hi class, in this video what we're going to do is we're going to discuss the different kinds of research designs, and we're going to go into week 2 lesson 4. And as we get in here, you're going to notice a section up here as this loads called key concepts, and this is the different kinds of research designs that are your options. Don't worry about experimental and don't worry about quasi-experimental. Definitely read through the rest of these to get an idea of what they are. Excuse me, but probably more importantly, I would say go to some of the example papers to learn that. Jason's was actually pretty good. So if we actually take a look at Jason's paper, so this is the Entrepreneurial Academic Paper Research number 2 paper. Let's take a look at his research design. So the research design, there's 2 types of research strategies that will be used for the project. The first is exploratory. That should have been capitalized. According to research, this is what he's quoting that section in the key concepts. This research method will aid in selecting the desired target market to help assess the current competition. So for the first research design, it's to explore the customer segmentation demographic. The second research design will be to explore the macro environmental pestle. The third research design will be to explore the business models, okay, in the competitive analysis. The fourth research design will be to actually explore different kinds of business models. The fifth research design will be to explore the business structure that he needs to have for his business. The sixth research design is to explore the business setup. The seventh research design is to explore the different kinds of market strategies that he's going to have. The eighth will be the marketing mix. You see what I'm saying? All exploratory, essentially. Then he's going to have a survey, and the researcher will create a survey for his current clientele, and then the survey will be designed by the researcher in the Google Forms. So, and then it talks about the limitations, etc., etc. But so you're not going to just have one kind of research. Notice how what Jason's doing here is he's finding specific areas that he needs to gather information. And if you actually go to his objectives, so I'm backing up, I'm on page 9 under the milestones and the objectives. So essentially he started where you guys are going to start. What are all the questions that he has, and how can he break this down into objectives? And then from the objectives he's going to create a research design around that. So the curriculum in this online format works a little bit backwards, trying to get you to do the design before they have you do the objectives. So that's why I'm doing this video, to kind of show you how this works. So objective 1, he's going to come up with who his personas are, or essentially his segmentation. This date here, by such and such a date, that's going to be a date in capstone. The researcher will identify 3 primary personas. Okay, evidence will be met when he's able to complete the customer analysis section of his business development plan. Customer segmentation demographic, by such and such a date, that's in capstone. He's going to explain the segmentation used to identify the target market and describe the demographic and behavioral dimensions of the customer group. Okay, so basically he's going to explain it, and then he's going to describe the dimensions, and then he's going to talk about information that qualifies the total market size. This is information that came from the Bureau of Labor Statistics. So then the macro. So notice this: conduct research on political, economic, social, cultural. Whenever you say in here in the objectives, conduct research on, conduct research on, conduct research on, that means that you're going to have a research design that goes with that. And so your first attempt here in week 2 of identifying the different kinds of research designs, that's going to morph. It's only until after we get past this the objectives and milestones section will that really be kind of honed in on. But this week what we're trying to do is just get you familiar with the different kinds of research designs, and that can change. And so just be patient. Take a look at the different kinds of research, and in all honesty, you're not going to be able to identify it 100% because you haven't gone through the objectives and the milestones yet. Once we get on the other side of this objectives and milestones, we'll come back and revisit the research objectives, and then we'll be able to nail those in that section. Okay. So hopefully that kind of helps explain things, but the deliverable really for this week is just to get you thinking about what kind of research that you might want to use, and what are the kinds of questions that you're going to want to explore and to be able to get information on. So I highly recommend that this week, maybe over the weekend, you end up going into especially Jason's to kind of take a look at the objectives. He did a beautiful job of really outlining very specifically the objectives, and then if you look at his research section, that's going to tie in and make more sense to you. All right, I hope that helps, and let me know if you have any questions. Thanks, bye.